Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're on season 6 episode 10 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm really excited to dive into this, so let's roll that intro and here we go. Okay, so it is carrying straight on from where we left off, which means Buffy and Spike are...
Which one is it?
Having regrets, question mark?
Why didn't anybody wake us up? Where is everyone?
Willow didn't come home either.
I'm sure they're fine, Donnie. I'm sure they just lost track of time.
When did the building fall down?
During.
Must have been sometime between the first time and the,
Oh my god.
There's the regret. There it is. Oh no.
What's the hurry, love?
The hurry is I left on all night.
You didn't seem to take issue with that last night. Or with any of the other little nasties we whispered.
Can we not?
Thought we could...
Not gonna happen. Last night was the end of this freak show. Oh, oh.
Don't say that.
My god, he is so scratched up.
What, we're gonna read the newspaper together? Play footsie under the rubble?
Not exactly what I had in mind.
Stop!
Make me.
Oh my god, his hand was up a skirt then.
No, I have to.
Stay. I'm stuck here. Sun's out.
I can see his pasties that he has to wear.
I knew the only thing better than killing a Slayer would be...
That's what this was about? Doing a Slayer?
You seem to be quite the groupie yourself.
Shut up.
Vampires get you hot.
A vampire got me hot. One. You're just convenient.
Oof.
You go back to treating me like dirt till the next time you got an itch you can't scratch? Well, forget it. Last night changed things.
It was a mistake.
Bollocks. It was a bloody revelation. You can act as high and mighty as you like.
His body is,
But I know where you live now, Slayer.
yeah.
I've tasted it.
No, let me go.
You never had it so good as me. Never.
Oh, you're bent.
Yeah, it made you scream.
If you tell anyone about last night, I will kill you.
You are gonna want these too.
Jesus, Buffy.
Pancakes?
Yes, please.
It'll wear off in a day. Hey, but Buffy didn't come home last night either, so... This is Amy. I better get going.
Amy.
Oh,
Amy the rat?
the sutter's back.
No, that's fair. I was a rat. When?
Last night. And Willow. She's a freaking amazing witch now. I couldn't even keep up with her last night.
Amy.
This blowhard dude, first she made his mouth disappear. Thank God. And then...
Well, you are indeed talking too much.
I really need to go.
I just want to give Tara the biggest hug and say that everything's going to be okay. The walk of shame, Buffy, the walk of shame.
You're all sore and limpy. I'm not sore,
I bet she's a bit sore. That she's just a bit sore.
Tara was here?
I guess she stayed over with Dawn.
Where were you?
We went out. We kind of lost track of time.
You're okay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think my pancakes are burning, but Tara was making them.
I gotta get some sleep.
Me too.
I should go home.
Dad's
Oh.
expecting me.
I mean, it's a good job Tara was with Dawn, because poor Dawn, you know?
You're beat for monster wrestling all night.
Yeah, right.
Yep, right.
Night, Donnie.
I'll just go find some awake people.
That coat looks great on her. Shoes on the bed.
Claudette.
Oh. She's all burnt out. Having to get up and close the curtains like a peasant. Ew. I want to talk to people that dress these beds because that pillow looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah, reptiles?
Has Anya changed her hair?
Finding nothing of the...
She is definitely changed her hair. That is bleached.
We're getting nowhere here, Buff. Maybe it's time to try something new, you know? Hit the streets, get Spike on it.
No, we stay put, you know? Away from distractions.
What about Willow? Can't she do something?
But she's home sleeping.
She's sick?
No, she was out late with Amy, helping Amy through a transition.
Yeah. And making yourself a playmate to do magic with.
Yes.
You know, maybe she doesn't need to be monitored.
Projecting much?
Maybe she has reasons for acting this way. And so what if she crossed a line?
Completely talking about herself here.
She's acting different, you know? She's not herself.
So get off your high horse.
Hard top last night. Yeah, I don't know if I can. I felt awful today. Took me all day to get my powers back.
I know this guy, and he knows spells that last for days, and the burnout factor is like nothing. Take you to places that you can't even imagine.
This is very much related to addiction. Okay, that's new. Oh, that looked cool as well. I like that effect.
It's cool, isn't it? The place is cloaked.
Yeah, and filled with addicts by the look of it.
Rack, it's my turn.
No, man, you said I was,
Yeah, they're all addicted to this feeling.
These two were next.
Like, I'm sorry, but you look around at the situation and say, I mean, I don't want to be dependent on this. I'm good, thanks. Bye.
I don't mean to vibe at you. If it's in a negative way.
No. You have power, girl. It's just coming off you in waves.
I can do stuff, but I get tapped out.
And what do you want me to do about that?
We've seen this actor before, right? I definitely recognize him.
But did Amy say how you could help me? You gotta give a little to get a little, right?
What is he wanting?
It's over fast.
Not bits of her soul.
I'm just gonna take a little tour.
What on earth was that? Personal space.
You taste like strawberries.
Ew. Does he have to get that close? Oh, she's high as a kite right now. Oh, God. I hate this. She's on shrooms. It's kind of a tune. What is that? Was that Amy? Who was being dragged like naked through the fields then? What in the rookery? She's back in her bedroom. What is real and what is not real? I am confusion. Yeah, you've gone too far here, Willow. Again. Should still be there if you were listening. That's so weird. And really sad.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
You have to use your hands for that, Dawn?
I'm making peanut butter and banana quesadillas.
Ew. Peanut butter and banana.
Buffy called. She said she's going straight from the magic box to do some patrolling.
Is she, though?
I think she's feeling all drunk offered because of the other night.
I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have
she's-
assumed Buffy would be here.
She said sorry and apologized for...
You are going to be around tonight, right?
Right. Totally. We can do something if you want. A movie, maybe? If you feel like bagging the peanut butter, I'll even buy you dinner.
Oh, thank God. Remind me never to invent that again. I'll leave a note for Buffy on the refrigerator. That's the first place she goes after patrolling. She's such a pig after she kills things.
She, worked up quite the appetite.
Hello?
Is this gonna be Spike?
going on?
Busted.
Where's Willow? So they didn't let you in?
Not that they know of.
What else did you take?
I mean, she's fell a lot quicker than Willow.
She's as bad as I am, worse. I bet she's at Rex right now.
Rex?
He does spells, heavy stuff.
She's there. With Dawn?
That's a lie, right? She's just going to a movie with Dawn.
Tell me how to find it.
You just kind of have to feel it out.
So, the burger was good? You liked it?
Right, she's there. She's not gone to Rex.
Are you sure you're okay? You look a little...
No, I'm fine.
Kiki?
Is this right? Is this the way to the movies?
Just, I took you the long way around. But we're almost there. I just have to make one quick stop first.
No, this makes me so sad. Honestly, this really, really... Oh, for God's sake, why would you take Dawn here? You've 100% stepped over yet another line. This is beyond not okay. This is way too much. Right? Do you not have a phone that you could ring Buffy on?
God, do you sleep through anything?
I'm a bit knackered. Had a long night.
Get dressed. Dawn's missing.
What's the story?
She went out with Willow.
Willow. Kind of a sorry excuse to come by. You want the touch, all you need to do is...
Spike. There's some guy named Rack.
He deals in magic, black stuff, dangerous.
Town, and I can't find his place.
Because he cloaks it. You can't feel it unless you're into the big bad, a witch or a vampire.
So let's go.
She needs him yet again. This is making my blood boil, honestly. Like, I cannot bear this.
It's movie time.
Do you know how long I've been out here? Are you okay?
Fine. So, what do you want to do?
It's late. I just want to go home.
I said we were gonna have fun, and we're gonna have fun.
Is it bad of me that I kind of want Buffy to kick her ass right now? It probably is bad of me, I know, but this has triggered me.
Everything's fine.
Is it? Is it fine?
Things have changed.
Will you quit that? The only thing that's different is that I'm disgusted with myself. That's the power of your charms.
You can't put that on him.
Was the most perverse, degrading experience of my life.
Me too.
He thinks that's a good thing.
You felt something last night.
Not love.
Not yet. If you don't stop being such a bitch, maybe I will bite you.
I want you out of my life.
You really gonna put your little sis in danger just to spite me?
See, he's got her there as well. Like, this doesn't feel right.
What's that?
What? I didn't...
Oh, I heard a growl. I definitely heard a growl.
Probably a cat or something like that.
Big cat, real big cat.
Oh, no, it's okay. He's not real.
You summoned me, witch.
I didn't...
Did.
Don't! She has nothing to do with it. It was me.
Go on, Dawn, love.
Close. Try!
So now she's robbing a car as well. Hi.
What are you doing?
Driving under the influence. You best get that belt on, Dawny.
Take that, Scuzz.
How she didn't go flying through that window then is beyond me. The speed in which she went there. Buffy? Scream. Thank God. Yep, that's gonna knock her out. Oh no, she's getting back up. I hope Dawn's honest with Buffy and tells her what Willow did.
Now you're scared? Better late than never.
What is happening? Uh-oh.
He was after Willow. She made the car drive. Don't!
Oh God, there's blood. Is she okay? Is she okay?
Just go away, Willow. At the yeah.
I mean it. Stay away from her.
Donnie, I'm so sorry.
Deserved, to be fair, deserved.
God, I'm sorry.
Okay, she's not allowed to be that good at crying. It's not allowed.
Get up.
I screwed it up. Everything.
Yeah, you know what? You did screw up, okay? You could have killed her. You almost did.
I can't stop, Buffy. I've tried and I can't.
Ken.
I can't. I can't. God, I need help.
Oh my God. Who's cutting onions? My face is damp.
Is she okay?
It's a fracture. I don't understand why you'd go to see somebody like Rack, and I certainly don't understand why you dragged Dawn into it.
I don't know. I thought I had it under control, and then I didn't.
You don't need magic to be special.
Tara didn't even know that girl.
Oh, my chest hurts.
It won't happen again, I promise. No more spells. I'm finished.
I think it's right to give it up, no matter how good it feels.
Still on about the magic or Spike now?
Because it's over.
It's over.
Are they lying to themselves right now? It's not as simple as that. Like, this is going to be a graft. Yep, okay. Going cold turkey. There's the shakes. The cold sweats. Well, that was emotional. I apologise for the tears there. This one hit me quite hard as well, to be fair. I mean, I've not been addicted myself, but I have been surrounded by addicts in my life, and I think that the show has done a really good representation of what people go through during that time. And not just the addicts themselves, but the ones that are affected secondhand by and being addicted. We had Dawn really struggle in this episode, which it was painful to watch just because she's so young and naive to a lot of things in the world. And she was hurt by the ones that she trusted the most. So not only did Buffy not turn up at home, neither did Willow. Luckily Tara was around, but there was a worry there that the ones that are caring for her, she was not in their brain at that time, which is just so freaking sad. And you could see the guilt from Buffy there. Like, it was so strong. She assumed that Willow would be home, and Willow assumed that Buffy would be home. And neither were. And poor Dawn is just left there. Again, luckily Tara was there, but it could have been very different. And then, not only that, Willow then tries to make up for time lost, and it's too late. She's already addicted to this Rack and his gifts, and yeah, she ends up hurting her. And I think this was the shock that she truly needed. Because yes, Tara leaving was a shock to her system, but the only person that really impacted in Willow's eyes was herself, because she's in her own bubble. Whereas with this, she could have killed Donna. It could have been severely worse than what it was, and it was bad as is. But if she would have killed Dawn in that moment, there's no coming back from that. There's definitely no coming back from that. I have to say that I am blown away by Buffy's strength and her understanding and her friendship. Because if a friend of mine hurt my sister, so help me, I would lose my mind. Yet she knows that this is not Willow's right mind, and she's allowed her head to take control of the situation and just say, I can see that this isn't my friend right now, and I need to help her. You could see that doubt and that anger that she didn't really want to in that moment, but she allowed that head to overpower her and say, no, I need to help her here, because if I don't, we've lost her for good. And she loves Willow so freaking much. Like, their friendship is above and beyond a typical friendship. So I've just got to commend Buffy for doing that. And I think a lot of it as well has to do with the relatability that she's feeling, because she knows that she's lost herself. She's addicted to Spike right now. Well, maybe not Spike personally, but addicted to the escapism and the adrenaline, you know? That is her drug right now. And Willow's drug is the adrenaline and escapism of magic, and hers is the adrenaline and escapism of Spike. If she wasn't going through that herself, I think she would have had a harder time accepting Willow and trying to help Willow more so. Like, you could see when they were talking about, right, this is it now. This is it. Like, no more. They both just sat there and took that beat of silence, and I read that, whether it's strong or not, I don't know. I read that as, oof, this is gonna be hard, and there's some denial there, because we saw the cold sweats, we saw the aftermath of that, and same with Buffy as well. Like, she always ends up going back there. She tells herself, no, this is it. This is the last time. Then hours later, she's returning and doing the same thing again. And I don't think it's good for Spike. I think what she's doing is really cruel. Like, to say, you know, you're a convenience. She's basically saying you're disgusting and I hate you. And then sleeping with him. And it's like, yeah, he's a vampire and he's a bad guy. But if you were to remove those factors out, and she was doing this to just your regular Joe, it's so messed up. It's so messed up. And the same with Spike as well. Like, him saying, like, you need me, and being really, like, aggressive and forceful, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. They're both bad for each other at this point, like, really bad. And yes, it's hot, and yes, they're enjoying the escapism and that adrenaline, that passion. It feels good, but you don't want to chase that high when afterwards, when everything is clear, it feels wrong. And it's the same thing with Willow. She's chasing that high, she's enjoying being this special Willow, and then when it all goes, she feels disgusting, she feels empty, she feels dirty. They're going through very similar things right now. Not directly the same, but you know where I'm coming from, right? I've wanted that conversation between Buffy and Willow for so long. It was so well done. And I knew it would be, because they don't fail. They literally never fail when it comes to that. It's just better than what you expect. Like, I knew that I would get emotional, but without sounding too dramatic, guys, the ache was real. The lump in the throat, completely real. I know it's fictional, yet they just pull you in, and then I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It's just so good, okay? The acting, the writing, like, everything is just, they nail it. And obviously I've spent so long with these characters now, so season 6, we know these characters. And to see them go through these hardships, it's painful. It really is painful. And again, like, when you can relate it to real life experiences, it just hits that much harder. And I think this show is so good at doing that. It's like with the loss of Joyce, that episode, it resonates with you. Like, it hits you. The realness. And yes, it's a sci-fi show filled with supernatural beings. Like, this is relating to Willow getting high on magic, for Christ's sake. Yet they still managed to tap into that realness of, you know, addiction and despair, heartache, fear, love, like everything. It's so good. It's so freaking good. So when it comes to Spike and Buffy at this point, I think my head is just like, this needs to stop. As hot as it is, like I can sit here and go, you know, oof, that's so hot, and just gush over the fact that it's heated. But you know, at the end of the day, it's toxic, and I think they just need to stop at this point. I think Spike has his moments. He really does. Like, he will do anything to help Dawn and to look after Buffy. Like, he's loyal when it comes to that. I think the issue is that, I mean, he's evil. So even though he loves Buffy and he will do anything for her, that doesn't negate that he's gonna do bad things that Buffy isn't gonna like or approve of, and then Buffy's inadvertently gonna want to change Spike, and then I mean, he's a very old vampire. It's going to be hard to change that guy. It's messy. It's complicated, you know? It's complicated. And even though Buffy at this point is going through a real dark time in her life, and as much as I think that there's benefits to escapism and having fun, I think in this situation, at this point, it's too complicated. I think if they were just honest with each other from the start and handled it with a bit more maturity, I think they could have probably got away with, you know, having fun and whatnot. But they're not on the same page. They're really not. Buffy feels nothing but regrets directly after any sort of contact with Spike. And then Spike enjoys it so much that he tries to continue it, and he's getting shat on every time and pushed away every time. It is really bad. It is bad. But can we just talk about the chemistry? Because holy hell. When he grabbed her in the broken down house and stuff, and like they started kissing, fire. The heat is undeniable at this point. You cannot deny the chemistry between these two, but it's not a healthy one, you know. But that means up for great TV, you know. I'm enjoying the ride, I'm sure. No, don't say it. Okay, next, let's talk about the fact that Tara was clearly concerned about Willow's safety and Buffy's safety and the safety of Dawn. Like, Tara is like a warrior and she's a definite carer. She seems like a bit of an empath. I relate to Tara, to be honest. I feel a connection there with Tara. I think she always wants to do what's best. Sometimes she might not make the right choice, but her intentions are pure, and she respects herself though. So there's a limit there, and she will bow out if she feels like herself is going to end up being pulled in a bit too far. Maybe I should take note from Tara, actually. But yeah, I appreciated seeing that side as well. And it always upsets me when I see Tara's stutter come back a bit as well, because she finally found herself. She was feeling comfortable. She was feeling confident. She was just happy. And to see her revert back to, you know, the cautious, timid Tara, it hurts my heart, you know, it hurts my heart. And I think that Willow owes her the biggest apology when she, you know, gets out of this dark part of her life right now. I mean, I have faith, I have hope that she can fight this. And I think with the help of Buffy, she can as well. Maybe they can just help each other through. I would have liked a little bit of honesty from Buffy there as well. But she did not feel willing to share that in that time. She was focusing on Willow and allowing Willow to express herself. And I think realistically she probably made the right call by not making it about herself, but also her expression and what she was thinking of us as an audience knows exactly what she was thinking, and she was thinking about herself in that moment, or relating to her in that moment because of everything with Spike. So maybe in the next episode, or in one of the episodes, we get to see Buffy open up and talk to Willow, and Willow be there for her then and say, you know, this isn't the end of the world, like we can help each other, you know. And I've noticed in life as well, when there is an addict, they typically find other addicts to find comfort in someone else going through that same experience. The problem with that is, if one's dipping, the other can end up dipping as well. I'm not saying it's facts, it's just it's harder for that other person as well. And in this case, I think that Amy and Willow were extremely bad for each other. They both have addictive personalities and both lost in life right now, so they both fell down together. And I think that if Amy was going to try and come out of this, the benefit can be they can bring each other up and stay strong for each other. But again, if one dips and one wavers, it makes it a million times harder for the other to stay strong and pull them out. But again, like, it's what happens in life. It really is. So you swap out magic for alcohol or drug dependency or whatever other addiction, it's still the same result, you know. I will say I'm still missing Giles, guys. I'm still missing him. And don't get me wrong, the episode insane, so freaking good. Sorry, it's so good, but I do miss him, and I do still feel like Giles could have potentially helped this situation. And guys, please don't think that I'm blaming Giles for this. Like, I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm not saying that Giles is in the wrong or anything like that. There is no right and wrong, is what I'm saying. But my thoughts remain the same. I think if he was around more, not that it's his responsibility to save everyone, but these are his family and his friends, and you'd think that he'd want to help them. I think when I think about Giles, I think he's not getting that helping hand that he needs. So to me, Giles always seems to be like a giver. So he's a helper, and then when he sort of wavers or struggles, he doesn't have that support himself then. And I think that's so important as a caregiver to also receive some reassurance, some helping hand yourself, because there's only so much that you can give before you snap. And in my eyes, I think that Giles snapped, and instead of acknowledging that, he's sort of gone down the road of this is all for you, when in reality, I think that if he had friends outside of this group, those that could support him, maybe Olivia, you know, anyone really, he wouldn't have snapped. He wouldn't have found it as difficult as he did. He needs that support too, you know. And hopefully this break that he's taken will be good for him, and he will recharge those batteries. But also, I'm hoping that he learns from it as well and has that other person to support him. It's got to be a give and take, you know. It can't just be a one-sided thing. I think reading a lot of your guys' comments as well, it's allowed me to see things from other point of views that I probably wouldn't have done as well. So again, I love the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your thoughts on things. And I'll probably go through that a little bit more when I pick my my viewer comments to go through at the end, so check that out. Yeah, so long story, I rambled there, but I want him back, you know. I want Giles back. I miss him. Zanya again. Why do I always do that, guys? It's Xander and Anya. I always just merge them. Anyway, Xander and Anya, I think they weren't in this episode much, but it's nice to see that they're still trying to sort or help the world. But also they're going through like their relationship stuff as well with the wedding, etc. So just a little dusting of them, but I think it worked. I think it worked well within the episode, and I think it's also good that Xander is aware of the changes that are going on. Didn't really do much to help those changes, but he's aware. He's not so wrapped up in their relationship bubble that he's oblivious to what's going on around him, which is good. This episode though was extremely strong, and I think that I just feel satisfied. I feel really satisfied after that one, because we had some scary stuff, some hilarious stuff, and a lot of heavy stuff when it comes to the characters within this episode. I loved it so much. Previous one, I'm thinking, how on earth are they gonna carry on from what we've seen? They just nailed it. They just freaking nailed it. I want to thank you all for watching these reactions, guys, and a massive shout out to those that have joined my Patreon. Like, I cannot thank you enough for watching my extended videos on this show. For those that don't know, I have been doing this for a few years now, and Supernatural and Lucifer were hugely successful for my channel and amazing shows. Like, I loved every second of watching those shows, and when those finished, I finished my journey with those shows, I was a little lost. I didn't really know what to do, and then I found this beauty of a show, and Angel as well, and I just think that it's reignited that spark that I needed as well, because it's a joy to watch, and the fandom to said shows as well has been amazing. So thank you all for taking the time to watch that, and I just hope you're enjoying them. I hope it feels like you're watching TV show with a friend, or you can rewatch the show with new eyes through these reactions. I mean, that's the hope, you know, that's the dream. So if I am achieving that, even if it's just to a few of you, it makes me happy. So yeah, I just can't thank you all enough for keeping my my journey going. I don't know what's going to be around the corner. I think it's just because there's no like solid security when it comes to content creation. You have your ups and downs, and today I'm just feeling really grateful and appreciative of all of you. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay guys, I'm going to stop being soppy now. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you could be so kind. But as always, there's no pressure here. If you're watching this on Patreon, on the extended full uncut version, hello and welcome, and thank you so freaking much, and I hope to see you all again soon for the next one. Thank you guys. Bye. And now let's take a comment from the Dak Pack, and today I've chosen Chryson Seeley or Kristen Seeley. Let me know in the comments. I want to get your name right, so please let me know. And they are replying to a couple of people on my comment section about a discussion with Giles, like leaving Buffy and how Buffy sort of handled coming back, etc. And some believe that Giles leaving was poor, and then some believe that he's making the right choice to help Buffy. So they say, I agree with both of you on this. I'm the youngest of the family and live right next to my parents. I'm the only one of the kids to not move out until I got married as well. I feel like I've relied on my parents to rescue me whenever I'm struggling with anything. It's an impulse that I have to stop myself from continuing all the time. Knowing they are there in the back of my mind and will never let me fail has kept me from being as independent as I could be. However, I also feel like them being there to talk through things and some of the problems and get advice and guidance has been a huge blessing. I think if the give and take are balanced and Giles gave her clear boundaries and set expectations of what he will not do for her, it could have worked out for him to stay. Unfortunately, the writers and Joss Whedon wanted to put Buffy through this for the inevitable struggles that would make for good TV storytelling. And this comment is everything that I'm trying to express and struggling to do so. So first off, thank you for wording it extremely better than what I could have done. And this is what I've been trying to say though. I think this situation could have been handled better. I think that balance is key. Like you say there, balance is 100% key in this situation. If Giles would have said, I am not doing that, I will help with X, Y, and Z, but this you have to do on your own, or this is important that you take the time to do this, just so she isn't fully dependent on him, but knows that he's there if or when things go wrong, etc. But the tough love, obviously this is my opinion, the tough love thing is always extremely difficult and used as a last resort. And I have been in this situation before as well in life, where you reach, your own personal breaking point and you say, no, I love you, I really do, but this is unhealthy at this point and I need to remove myself from the situation. But obviously that is last resort. So you try to define lines within your life first, and just be as clear as you possibly can, and you try and do everything else before the tough love sort of kicks in. And in this case, I think Giles tried, but he was way too lenient on things. Like, there was moments where he could have just pulled her up and said, Buffy, no, I'm not doing that, you do it. And then if she's argues her case, he can just be like, this is on you, this is you now, this is not me, and I'm not doing that, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. And he still remains there, rather than saying, I'm gonna leave you, this is all for you, but I'm done. Like, you'll realize later on I've done this for you. Like Kristen says, there are definite pros to strong parenting and supportive parenting, but there are also negatives to that as well, because they said that they're the last to move out, they're reliant on knowing that their support is always going to be there, but you even saying this, in my opinion, is you admitting that you're aware of what's going on and that you have to take charge. Like, that's huge. So even though you've had that real supportive parenting from your parents, you're still self-aware enough to know what's going on and not 100% leaning into that, and you're going to try and be more independent yourself. That's such a strong trait in a person, and you should be proud of that. And it's proof in itself that if you are a supportive parent that's always going to be there, it depends on the child and how they respond to that. Like Kristen says, I have to stop myself from continuing that all the time. So it can be done, is my point. Some people may just go, oh no, I love that, they'll be there for me, so I'm just going to do whatever and be like a lazy child. But there are children out there that are self-aware enough to be like, no, I can do this, and I'm going to try and do this on my own. But it's nice to have that reassurance that they're there and be supportive. I'm trying so much bubbles right now, and this is the longest reaction I've ever done. My parents were, I don't want to say that they weren't supportive, but they did sort of leave me to my own devices, and I've had to be an independent person from early on, and I do think that has benefits as well. But personally, I think that the negatives outweigh the positives. For instance, my fella has very supportive parents that have been there from the get-go, and I think mentally he's more stable than what I am. Whether that's personality traits or not, I don't know, but personally I think that upbringing is extremely important and family is extremely important. Therefore, now that I'm a mother myself, I am going to do all that I can to avoid some mistakes that I feel as though my parents did, and take the good things from them. But my parents also did great things as well, so I'm going to take those things from them as well, and just, it's all about that balance. I think when you go all one side or all the other side, neither is going to work. I think the key is balancing it, and honestly, it's hard. Life is hard. Like, everyone makes mistakes, and the key thing is what you learn from them. So I could talk about this forever, but I think I better wrap it up because I'm just gonna end up going around in circles, I think. But guys, just so you know, I do live stream every Thursday and Friday at the moment over on Twitch. I do hope to introduce it to YouTube sometime soon as well, but we'll see how the technical side of that goes as well. But I do enjoy talking about the shows that I've watched and getting into a more like nitty-gritty of things as well. So if that interests you at all and you want to talk to me more so, join one of my live streams because I am more than happy to discuss these things. Because obviously when I'm doing these outros, I only really have my own thoughts to express, and then I'll read comments after the fact and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, that's a good point. And my thoughts then change. And I find that if I'm reacting and people are only watching my videos, they see it and go, I mean, didn't you just say last week that X, Y, and Z? And it's like, my opinions can change, guys, through the views and stuff that I'm the information that I'm receiving, basically. It's okay to have an opinion change. It's not okay to be so stubborn that even if you're getting facts and you're negating those, you're not getting anywhere, you're stuck. Like, people need to be more self-aware that they're not always right. Okay? And it's okay. It's just okay. Your views can just change the more information that you receive, because that's natural part of life. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I am chatting so much bubbles. I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Thanks for leaving your comment, Kristen. I really appreciate it. And clearly, it's started a conversation, which is all I can ask for when it comes to the comment section. So I'm very, very grateful for you. And I hope you're enjoying the reactions. I really do. And don't forget, guys, if you want to see one of your comments at the end of my videos, don't forget to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And maybe yours will be next. But until next time, goodbye for now. I'm in a chatty mood, clearly.